Hello, true duelists. My name is Craig Fee, and here's a look at some of the things that made news this week. Duelist's Advance is just a few weeks away, and you know what that means. A new TCG exclusive archetype to disappoint us when we inevitably get Wave 2. Master Duel not released a dogshit ban list challenge. Impossible. Deep, real, personal disgust at the existence of Chibi Honest. And the branded anime didn't suck. Praise be to Dogmatica, am I right, gamers? Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Update. We're just a few weeks away from new set Fever coming to the TCG, and that means that there's a few tried and true staples that come along with every new set that we get to look forward to. I'm talking about the secret rare card you don't want to have to pay a lot of money for, but have to if you want to play to the tippy top levels of this game, because yep, that card's a secret rare, of course it is. I'm talking about the archetype or deck getting support that you've never cared for in your life, that you're hoping not to pull if you buy any packs or boxes. And I'm of course talking about the tried and true wave of TCG support, either the first one showing promise or the second one showing disappointment. This time, promising. That's right, the all-new RB, a robot-based deck that's a reference to your favorite robot-based franchise, since I've seen people say it reminds them of Gurren Lagann, I've seen them say it reminds them of Gundam, of Metabots, of Go Gaigar, and even Megas XLR, which is really funny because the RB is clearly short for really bad, and that's because it's a reference to Spy Kids 3D Game Over.
Glasses squeak!
It's a neat little machine deck that uses its smaller parts to disrupt the board and then tunnels into a little but possibly big, based on your board, Link 3 monster, all with a lock that keeps you playing mostly exactly this deck. Machines with 1500 or less attack from the extra deck is one hell of a niche. It's also got a free special summon from the deck spell card that is not a hard once per turn, so it's ripe for abuse, and you know, the hype is real before the needless pivot into a fusion deck, assuming that we all ignore Mitsurugi entirely, having broken the trend of disappointing Wave 2s for TCG exclusive archetypes. Now, ignoring Mitsurugi entirely is what my good friend Nathan hopes to do because he hates that deck, but unfortunately, it's Mitsurugi and it is decent in the competitive game, so, you know, F's in the chat for Nathan, that's pretty rough. There's also the new lore deck, a la branded but not quite, coming with the totally reasonable 4 secret rares and 3 ultras, just for fans of hurtling their money into the proverbial fire pit. Because I don't think this deck's particularly outstanding at the moment, nor do I care to look into it anymore. Art Mage is either going to be good or bad. That changes nothing on the fact that I am not buying this shit, not at that rarity distribution. And to wrap up the 3 things I mentioned, of course, the secret rare that your wallet isn't looking forward to, that would be none other than Gorgon of Xylophonia, the new Link 3 IP target that can negate the effects of up to 3 of the opponent's monsters so long as it's pointing to them, and you know, maybe this one will get IP banned. It is the 4th horseman of the generic end board, and depending on who it is you're talking to, this is really the final straw based on how salty they are about having most recently lost to that play exactly, because that's just the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Works. Oh, and super secret 4th thing, Sky Striker support. Yeah, you know it, it's fucking inevitable. This is the new Blackwing of the modern era, Sky Striker endless support, because Eternal format was not the name of TOS once upon a time, it was just a term for Sky Striker, which never ends and never dies, because my god, it really just never ends and never dies. We're still gonna get support for it. This SOT is of corpse dropping. This SOT is of corpse. This SOT is of corpse. The set releases on July 3rd or the first Friday of July for big box stores, which unlike the release of the newest Battles of Legends set is true for everyone in the TCG, because joke's on you Europeans, you don't get to play with Nekroz or Gem Knight at the WCQ, and if you're Australian, you don't exist. We've gone over this so many times. It's just you don't count. Konami clearly says so. And now for something completely different. Look, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think there's something that needs to be addressed by me personally. It's old news, I don't care. Chibi Honest is fucking disgusting. The chibi arts that released in the latest of Battles of Legends for real true duelists, that being ones in North America exclusively, Konami has officially confirmed Europeans, Australians, and everyone else do not matter, they don't count, they don't exist, and if you did, you'd have the new set, so kinda open and shut case there when you really get down to think about it. But for those of us who truly do matter, matter in this world. We got the chibi cards a week or two ago, and I don't care. I'm still pissed about Honest. Chibi Honest is the stupidest, ugliest fucking thing I have ever seen Konami put out in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, and that's kind of saying something depending on insert card you think is really ugly. My brain went to Twin Long Rods number 2 personally, but that is actually one of the best looking cards ever created because Chibi Honest now exists, and that thing is so fucking atrocious. Twin Long Rods now is somewhat sexually attractive to me. Crazy how that works. I don't understand who made Chibi Honest or why they made Chibi Honest in the way that they made Chibi Honest, because it's so fucking ugly. Why does it look like the wings are coming out of the shoulder? Why does it look like there's just a giant head? Its arms being crossed kind of make it look... Where are you going? This whole bit is that you're here, kitty cat. How is that seamless editing? Who knows? The point is, Chibi Honest is such a goddamned abomination. The way its arms are crossed and posed, it truly looks like it's just a giant floating head of Honest with wings coming out of the back of it. And like, if you look at the wings, they don't even look like they're properly coming out of the shoulder blade, because he does have a body. It's just so stupidly small and obscured that you don't notice it. The wings literally look like they're coming out of the ears the way they would come out of the shoulder blades in actual Honest. I don't understand how you made it look so goddamned fugly. It's kind of impressive that you managed to make it so horrendously offensive to me, but that doesn't change the fact that it is horrendously offensive to me. And if you show me a Chibi Honest in person, I will kill you in the metaphysical sense, where I'll tell you I hate you and you're dead to me. Okay, you're just gonna leave again? Oh, okay. Claws in lovely areas there. But the point is, okay, the whole point of this is that Chibi Honest is a fucking disgrace, and I hate that stupid piece of shit. That's the Craig rant for this week. Goodbye. Also this week was, of course, the world's most underwhelming ban list, courtesy of Master Duel, because that's all they're capable of releasing. Brought to you by the unending disappointment every time you see a Master Duel ban list. That's right, they sponsored themselves. Snake Eye Oak is now dead. Golem, of all things, is limited, and Pendulum players can now play 3 Astrogoth Sorcerer as they continue to lose because they're playing Pendulum. Looks like it's a Fiendsmith kind of world all around, doesn't it? I don't really have anything else to add to this. This is a really mediocre ban list. It's just the standard model for Master Duel, really. And not to mention, we're getting Malice and Ryziel soon enough, so most of the meta is probably going to be pushed out regardless, except for the unhit Fiendsmith, because would you look at that, they didn't hit it. It's really just one last chance to laugh about that time they hit Diameter to address Cyber's decks abusing Circular, because yeah, Mathmech Diameter's off the list. Wow. Are we sure we can handle that? Are we sure we can deal with more than one fucking Diameter? You tell me. Oh, and by virtue of having waited a day to make this video, I not only get to tell you about the most mid-ass ban list, I also get to have watched the branded anime video. And I'm sorely disappointed to say that brain dead players are in fact eating well with this one. It was pretty damn good. A solid little 5-minute story going over Ecclesia meeting Albaz that had voice acting and a modicum of substance, unlike the bullshit action set piece we got twice in a row for the Sky Striker shorts. If they keep this up, it's actually a pretty neat story that could make for an engaging actual anime one day, I would think, which is, I wasn't expecting that personally, nor was I expecting Fleur-de-Lis to just be able to fucking fly. But you know what? Golurk can do it. Why can't Fleur-de-Lis? It just, why the fuck not? Everyone gets rocket boots. Yeah. I think there's like 5 more of this coming out or something to that effect. Who knows? Either way, if they follow the trend of this one, it's pretty solid. Pretty thumbs up from Craigie Fee or Greg Feet. Apparently every time I talk, it's just really not enough enunciation on the T's in every other instance of speaking, so it just sounds like Greg Feet. Gregory Feet. Gregory Footakai. What a guy. Anyway, that's it. And so that wraps it up for this week's update. As always, I've been your host, a guy whose name I just spent too much time talking about. So let's change it up. I'm your host, Jonathan Millwright. Here at the Yug Update Station. As always, make sure you hit like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Not only will you become a true duelist, we will impress your smoking Italian wife, and one day we'll figure out what the fuck it is I'm doing on those Craig rants, and I guess you'll get more cat. That seems to be the only consistent thing on those. Two episodes in. Anyways, that's it. Goodbye. Have a great weekend, folks. I'm going to go eat a slice of pizza. The whole point is to show you That's the whole point. The entire purpose is to just milk you a little bit. You won't even look. You won't even look. You don't even.